Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to do my first ever anti-haul, which I have been asked to do before, and it's funny that I have gone this long and not done one. And I know that Kimberly Clark on that channel, did she start them? I don't know. So I know people do them, but I feel like I need to give credit to her because the very first anti-haul I've ever seen on YouTube was hers. So, and is it an anti-haul or an anti-haul? The point is, it's anything you're not gonna buy. So I figured what I would do is focus on new releases. So I went through Sephora and Ulta on their new arrivals page, and I'm just going through and letting you know what I'm not going to bother with. I'm not gonna bother reviewing, I'm not gonna bother purchasing, and I think it's pretty much based on either ingredients that I'm not keen on, or maybe just some redundancy in my own collection, and possibly I feel they're like overhyped or just kind of not things I guess I just don't want. I wish I got so much PR that I just reviewed everything out there and I got everything, but I buy things with my own money and I'm very selective. I don't return makeup very often. I just don't believe in doing that. When I buy makeup, I intend to buy it to keep. If I return it, it's because I really don't like it and I don't like the ingredients or it did not perform well for me. But I don't want to do that a lot. I don't want to abuse the system. Anyway, so let's begin with, this is actually on the Ulta website, but I figured I'll start with it, and that's the new MAC Jeremy Scott collection. It looks like music. It's basically, it looks like a tape deck, and you know, there's kind of a sound music vibe to it. And I guess I'm just kind of over MAC. I use some of their products and I love MAC. I guess I'm just kind of done with their collabs. Not to say I won't get one. I haven't seen a collab that really strikes my fancy. The last collab I bought was the Mariah Carey, and I'm not even a Mariah Carey fan. I just thought it looked so pretty. And then before that, the collab I bought was Cinderella, the movie with Disney, and that was because I was a fan of Cinderella and I just thought it looked really pretty. So I'm gonna kind of bounce around between Ulta and Sephora because I've got a couple. I wrote my list and it kind of came to mind, my first things that I've been thinking of. And I also, for those of you who have sensitive skin like me, I know it's so tempting because so many of the larger channels and the beauty gurus out there, whether they get PR or whether they just fall in love with a foundation because it's full coverage and it's long wear and it's luxury and it's like, ooh, you know, it's tempting. And yet, honestly, I just gotta peel back the layers and look on that label and go, is this gonna even work for me? And am I gonna wanna use this 3 days in a row? If I'm not gonna take it on vacation with me and use it 3 days in a row because it's gonna give me a breakout, I am not buying it. And those are. Okay, so what I'm talking about in terms of hyped and trend foundations are the new Dior foundation, which I actually have a sample of, a deluxe sample I got through Sephora, maybe you guys did too, through Rouge. And I'm tempted to try it, but it has alcohol and it has fragrance. It doesn't specify the type of alcohol, it just lists it as alcohol. And so my caution tells me just avoid it. And fragrance, I always, you know, I play the fence on that one. I'm not a die-hard anti-fragrance person, but I do try to avoid it. Okay, so the Dior foundation. The new Armani Face Fabric Foundation in a tube. I love the Power Fabric Foundation. The Face Fabric, I thought this is gonna be awesome. And it has like these, it's either citronelle or linalool, and it has alcohol, and it's just, it's not gonna work. For that also goes with the new Marc Jacobs foundation, which I might try. It has alcohol and it has fragrance. It doesn't say what kind of alcohol, because there are fatty alcohols that are good for the skin, and then there's the good old isopropyl and denatured alcohol, which are very drying for the skin. And so it doesn't say which. Maybe I can reach out to somebody there at corporate and they can let me know. You know, I'm like, come on, companies, don't try to be so opaque. Just give it to us straight. Oh, this is Sephora too, but I first saw it on QVC. That new It Cosmetics foundation. That's the hybrid moisturizer / foundation. It's got, I think, 9 shades. It's sort of not the greatest shade range, but it's also supposed to be adaptive. And it is chock full of ingredients I can't use, like orange oil. I think it might have lavender in it. Like, it is just jam-packed with all the stuff that I avoid. And I'm just like, oh, It Cosmetics, why'd you do that to me? Okay. And then as far as drugstore goes, I'm not gonna try the new Rimmel foundation. It looks nice, and it does have denatured alcohol in it. So just not gonna bother with it. Speaking of denatured alcohol drugstore products, the new Covergirl Vitalists collection, which I do like the concealer and the powder. I don't know why. Powder. I like the gloss and the matte, the liquid lips and the things they've come up with, but they have Glotion. They have like a glowing, illuminating primer. They have a setting spray, and I feel like they have one more in a tube of some kind. All denatured alcohol, guys. So if you're sensitive, I'm sorry, don't bother. Okay, I know this is getting like, okay, so she's talking about just ingredients. Like, I know, you want me to like spill tea on something, like, I'm never buying this brand because, you know, I don't know probably enough to dive in there. I feel like every cosmetic company has a scandal, has a person they've crossed or they've misrepresented or something, you know? I bet you there's somebody out there who could say something bad about every single company out there. So I try not to play that game. I try not to go there. I want to review makeup. I don't want to get in the midst of the drama. But sometimes when I just kind of have a feeling like I'm just like, I don't want to, like, I don't mind the Kardashians, but I'm not going to buy Kylie Cosmetics. I'm just not. I'm not going to say anything bad about them. I just don't want to spend my money on it. So there you go. Okay. Have you guys seen the new Crayola palette? It's not by Crayola. It is basically a palette with the Crayola, which this really colorful eyeshadow palette. It's beautiful and it's so cool. It's by an indie brand. It's kind of taken over. It's very popular right now. I want it and I might get it, but honestly, I think I might just forget it because I've got a lot of Juvia's Place. I've got some Colored Rain. Speaking of, Colored Rain has a new palette. I really want to get it. I might just skip it for now. So we'll see. And then there is a new Tarte palette. It's similar to the one I got at Christmas time with the bronzers and the eyeshadows, which I love. In fact, I need to dig that out of a drawer because good gracious, I need to use it. Anyway, they have a new one and it looks lovely, but I just don't see the need to get it since I've had the first one. I think if you skipped the first one because everything looked too neutral, I say go for the second one because it actually has a blush and a highlighter versus just bronzer contour shades. So I think the second one might even be better than the first one, but I'm just gonna skip it. Okay. Back to ingredients. Watermelon, which is not the brand, Glow Recipe, has a new moisturizer, a watermelon moisturizer, and I love the mask, and it might have alcohol in it, but I still love it because I only use it like once or twice a week. And the watermelon fragrance in it is actual watermelon, but they have a new moisturizer that, no, it didn't have alcohol, excuse me. It has peony extract, which are in some products I like, but I'm on the fence about that one. The jury's still out because it's kind of one of the, it's also tansy, if you're not familiar. I think blue, oh no, I'm mixing that up. Blue tansy is daisy. Peony, I'm gonna have to check on that. I'm gonna look up peony. So yeah. Palettes I'm not gonna get. Makeup Forever has a new glitter palette. I'm not gonna get it. It looks nice, but it also looks like just a few shades and it's $45. You know, if I'm gonna pay $45, give me just a giant stack of pans, right? And the Too Faced White Peach, I already have the peach. I have the other two peaches. I have the first peach. I have the matte peach. So I'm kind of like, do I need another peach palette? This one actually looks better than the first one, but I feel like that's the, is this what's happening in makeup now? Wait for the sequel? Like, we're always told to just go with the OG and forget the rest. Okay, some more skincare that I'm gonna avoid altogether because of ingredients. And if you haven't done your homework yet, then here I'm doing it for you, and I can just let you know. If you see it at the drugstore, if you're at Target and you see it, just walk on by, because like Dion says, walk on by. Okay, that is L'Oreal. Oh, L'Oreal. I don't even know. I mean, there's nothing really L'Oreal skincare wise for me to even bother with. I have found. There just isn't. And so the new stuff that's come out are these sugar scrubs. And they are full of the linalool and the limonene, and that is, well, it's the last ingredient, but still, just avoid them. They do not rate well on the Beautypedia website, and it's no good. Full of fragrance. And as well as the L'Oreal Rosy Tone Mask. Because apparently as we get older, we get pale. It came out weird. And we need a rosy complexion. And all I'm doing is fighting a rosy complexion, so I'm not getting this. But also it has denatured alcohol, so thanks L'Oreal. And Origins, why do you do this? Origins has a cooling primer, and it is full of lavender oil and orange oil and denatured alcohol, and I'm just like, oh, you guys. And also one of you mentioned to me the mushroom extract Origins skincare line and how well it works for you, and I am so happy to hear that, because I feel like anytime you find something that works, who cares what anyone says? But I'm just gonna let you know the reason I haven't tried it is because it does have all the triggers. It has lavender oil, it has orange oil, and I know from a fact that those usually wreak havoc on my skin, so I avoid it. So Origins, I feel like, okay, so you've got Tarte and you've got, you know, Laura Lee and Nikki Tutorials, and they're using all this stuff, and it's like their skin looks good, but are they just hiding the fact that they have more skin problems than they let on? Or are they just really not sensitive? Like they'll say, oh, I'm so sensitive. And it's like, no, you're not, because you're able to use all these different products and you don't have any reaction to them. You're able to use like a Sicily product with rose water and you're fine, and witch hazel and lavender. And so I'm not gonna get the Pat McGrath Labs, the Pat McGrath, the Mothership, the palettes are too expensive. I'm skipping any of the new Too Faced. I'm not gonna get the new highlighter they have. I don't need glitter eyeliner. I guess I'm becoming an old cynic. So that's everything for now. I hope you enjoyed my first anti-haul anti-haul. And I will, if you have any questions or if you want to ask me something like, are you going to get this? Just ask me in the comments and I'll answer you. Or maybe I will keep it for my next video like this because I'm kind of always comprising a list of, nope, not going to get that. And also it's sort of, I'm trying to kind of police products so that I can check them out for you and then let you know, do you even want to bother? Is it going to upset you ingredient wise? That kind of thing. So there you have it. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel because I know you're gonna if you haven't already. And I hope you give this video a thumbs up and I will see you next time. Bye.